Hello there, welcome back to this series of FieldTM tutorials. In this one I'm going to show you how to use a custom imagery layer. In many cases you may have custom imagery of some kind, say high resolution drone imagery or satellite imagery that you have collected, um, for example through the drone tasking manager. You may have collaboratively collected some drone imagery. So you'll wish to create a project using this imagery. Just for clarity, on the left here, I have my laptop browser where I will create a project in FieldTM, and on the right here, I have my mobile phone connected with the FieldTM application running. So I'll go to create a new project and start to fill out my project details. When I get to this point, I would like to include my own imagery layer. I can check this box and include a URL to a TMS. So a TMS would mean that you have processed your imagery, you have a single image of the whole area, and you have most likely made it available via a service such as OpenAerialMap. So OpenAerialMap is also a tool from HOT in the community where users can upload aerial imagery of different sorts and make it easily accessible to mapping applications. So here you can see a small area that I'm going to be looking at to map. This is Monrovia, Liberia. Some imagery, drone imagery, has already been collected here. We can see when we select this imagery in OpenAerialMap, there is a TMS URL available here. So I can be sure to grab this TMS URL from this link here. And I would simply enter this URL into the box during project creation. Okay, so if you have filled out this this part of the project, when the project is created, the imagery will automatically be pulled down and a file will be generated that makes the imagery easily accessible to the user. So the user could potentially use the imagery online, but they could also download the file to use the base imagery entirely offline for when you don't have internet connectivity. So on my phone screen now, you can see here's a project that I made earlier. Once I have made my project, I'll show you the same project actually on the left here. Open this up and click the button Generate Base Map. Now here you can see this set of tiles has already been generated and completed. By default, when I open this menu, the URL is pre-filled for me. I may wish to change this URL to generate imagery from a different tile set. That's also possible. You can select Custom TMS, enter your URL here, and select your output format. It is recommended to create a PM tiles archive format, which can be used for both the online and offline that I discussed earlier. So you click generate, wait for the tile set to be generated, and it will be available to your mappers. Now on the mapping screen on the right, when I open my project and go to the offline tab available in the middle, go to base maps, I will now see that there's a drop-down selection available where I can select the generated base map. Once I select this, I can simply click Show on Map to visualize the imagery. This will add the layer as a base layer on the map. So when I click the PM tiles layer here, I should be able to view an online version of this imagery that will load on the fly as I zoom in to the imagery. So this may take a minute as it renders all of the required tiles. The other way to use this that is probably most useful in FieldTM is to save the imagery entirely offline. So if you go to the same menu here and click Store Offline, you will start to see the progress bar fill as the imagery is downloaded and made available for your offline workflows. So we'll just wait a minute for that to complete. Okay, so now the imagery should be available and present. If we just reload the imagery, again, it should be visible when we zoom in. This very high resolution drone imagery that makes mapping a lot easier for mappers. So any questions, feel free to ping a message on Slack or any other communication channels such as email. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video tutorial where I cover some other advanced FieldTM topics.